Welcome back, everybody. Or should I say, welcome back, real nerds. It's time for some real talk. This is August 9th, 2017's episode of Scooter's Take. Our first episode of our new show where I sit here and talk to you lovely people about all the news that you nerdily need to know. Nerdily need to know. I'm going to try that. Let me know how you think. Doesn't really roll the tongue very well, but, you know, whatever. Excuse me. Let me get a drink here. Alright. So, a lot of good news today out on the net and the world for nerdy news in the United States and around the globe. As most of you know, or if you didn't watch last night, or haven't been on Facebook, Netflix is dropping their deal with, Disney is dropping their deal with Netflix starting in 2019. Which this means for you and me is that anything released 2019 and beyond won't be on Netflix. They're going to be opening up a new streaming service for just Disney stuff, which could be good, could be bad. So this basically means that you need to get all of your Toy Story in, your Frozen in, all of your Moana. Better start getting it done. Because if you don't, you're going to miss it. And then you have to pay Disney for a streaming service, which I haven't seen any pricing about yet, but I guarantee you it's not going to be cheap. And by cheap for streaming, I mean it's probably going to be around $6. That's my guess. $6 seems like a good guess, but I think it might be more. But I'm going to lowball them at $6. But I'm saying it could be as much as $12. I mean, people, they know that you want to watch their shows and their movies and whatnot. Disney loves that money. But hey, more power to them. Other than that, that's pretty much it for the Disney Netflix deal. I haven't really seen any other information about it, but if I see anything new, I'll let you guys know. We're here Monday through Friday from 10 to 11 a.m., more or less, for Scooter's Take, our Monday through Friday show about the nerd news. Continuing with that, let's get into some video game action. So for all of you guys who play GTA, excuse me, I am just burpy today. For all of you GTA 5 players out there, one of our local guys here, Tim, he's a huge GTA fan. Fortunately, I do this show, so screw you, Tim. So, news for GTA 5 this week. We got some stuff about the HVY Night Shark, new vehicle, 1.245 million on Warstock. It's going to seat 4 passengers, and you can upgrade it with front-mounted machine guns. If that doesn't get your jollies rolling, I don't know what will. I'm just saying. There's a new adversary mode with overtime shootout launch ruiner 2000 towards. Where you overtime shootout launch ruiner 2000 towards scoring platforms. I have no idea what that means. I could look into it, but I actually don't like GTA 5. I'm doing this for you and Tim. Hopefully Tim sees it. We're going to have 2 times GTA Bucks rewards, overtime shootout with 2 XRP. Alright, a little double-double. See, I'm more of a Call of Duty double-double, but this is a GTA 5 double-double. You're also going to have 25% discounts on, I'm sure I'm saying this wrong, Dubauchi Wagner Supercar, in parentheses, Mobile Operations Center. Then you have the MOC upgrades / renovations, weaponized vehicle mods, and the Mark II ammo. That sounds hot. Premium race is going to be the mountain drop on bikes. And then time trial will be Maze Bank Arena. Hopefully for anybody here who plays GTA 5, you got that. That makes sense to you. Honestly, I know GTA 5 is just a huge, a community of people. But I couldn't get into it. I bought it, played it for a while, couldn't get into it. I leave that for Tim and Bobby, mostly Tim. Tim gets a hard on for that game. So Tim, if you're watching, raise your heart on up. We love you. All right, moving on though. What do we got? Let's do some movie action real quick. All right, so some quick movie action. This is from IGN.com. Despicable Me is now the highest grossing animated film franchise worldwide. I mean, if that ain't a title, I don't know what is. Despicable Me. So that means all the the Despicable Me franchise movies combined worldwide is now the highest grossing animated film. Basically, I just took the title and reworded it. You see what I did there? Amazing, I know. But anyways, they grossed a total of $3.528 billion across the 3 Despicable Me movies plus Minions. So that's all of your, your Despicable Me style movies. Now this beat out the Shrek movies and the Puss in Boots combined, which was at a $3.51 billion worldwide revenue. So, what this means for me and you? Absolutely nothing, except for the fact that there's going to be another Despicable Me movie, which is not always a bad thing. I have yet to see the third one, but I've seen every other Despicable Me movie, including Minions. Love Minions. They should make another Minions movie. Despicable Me, I mean, I love Steve Carell, but I think they should kind of just slow that one down a bit, make a couple more Minion-style movies. The spin-offs are always good, because the spin-offs don't have to, hold true to anything. When you watch Despicable Me, you expect to see Gru and the kids. So, and they're funny. Don't get me wrong. They're funny. My kid loves it. I love it. But, I mean, I feel like the third movie, just from the trailers, it kind of just looks like they're running out of ideas. And, we all know that Despicable Me is one of those movies that kind of skates that line between adult and kid. Like, they make those adult jokes like most cartoons do, but they're pretty, prevalent about it in Despicable Me and Minions, which is cool. All right, one more announcement before we get into the next piece of news. On every episode of, I wouldn't say every episode. I'd say just the Wednesday show for now. I ain't rich yet, On every Wednesday episode of Scooter's Take, I will be giving one video game out for free on Steam. When I give you if you're in the chat and you want to win this game, all you gotta do is press the number 1 and enter into the chat. I'll enter you into our giveaway for the week, and at the end of the episode, or the end of the stream here around 10:45, I'll be shooting you that stream code when I pick the winner. And the winner will be randomly generated through a random number generator, so no cheating. I'm not just going to pick out the one person that's watching. But I mean, hey, if you're the only person that's watching, you want a game, then America. Am I right? All right. And today's game is going to be, let's see, Pillars of Eternity. Today's game will be Pillars of Eternity on Steam. So if you want that game, and you're willing to put a number 1 in my chat box, you know what I'm saying? Then you could be winning that game. But anyways, let's talk back to school. So I'm a college student. Recently just got back into it more or less. Did online college for a couple years, but now I'm actually going back to a brick and mortar school. I'm in the summer semester, starting fall soon. Like most other people, starting the fall semester soon. Getting ready for that back to school. On YouTube you're seeing plethoras of back to school videos about what tech you need, what this and that. But has anybody talked about what games you need? I've never lived the dorm room life, but I can imagine that it's kind of like the barracks. After class you're bored, whatever, you're not going out to drink, maybe you're not 21, maybe you're not ballsy enough to go drink before 21. Either way, you're going to be sitting there playing video games at some point, especially if you like video games, right? But just because the internet tells you to buy an Xbox One, or an Xbox One X, or an Xbox One S, or an Xbox One, any other fucking letter in the alphabet, does it tell you what games to buy? Not saying that you need to be told, but hey, suggestions are always welcomed in this world, right? So this first game should come to no surprise to anybody here on the stream, or anybody who knows me personally. We love Rocket League. We do. Rocket League's a great game. You can play it by yourself online. You can play it by yourself locally. They have a decent, career mode, you want to call it. Music is awesome. The game's $20. I mean, Rocket League's pretty much like herpes. You know, I don't have it technically, but I mean, everybody just has herpes, so everybody plays Rocket League. That's all I'm saying. Plus, you know, it's coming to the Switch, which basically just means it's the best game out right now. Or at least I would say the most continuous game. Great free updates, great DLC, cheap DLC. Except for the key cards. Those key cards are fucking annoying. Well, we'll get into that later. Maybe not today. I don't know. That's like a huge rant I could do about those microtransactions. Cannot stand them. Like, can't you just give us a fucking game? Anyways, before I get over too much, Rocket League, great game. Play with up to 4 players. We all know this. Play online. You know, you don't need a super huge or super hard internet connection. You know, decent internet connection will do you, I'm sure. I've never done dorm living, but in the barracks in the Army, we had pretty crappy internet. You know, I'm pretty sure we could play Rocket League off of that. Maybe with some pretty bad ping, but, you know, you guys, I'm sure the dorms in these new colleges, or not new colleges, but new fandangled buildings and colleges, you know, they spend much money, I'm sure, on those dorm rooms. So I'm sure they have a decent internet connection, especially since you need the internet for everything nowadays, and especially college. All right, next game, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. All right, so this is a big game on the internet right now. I have yet to play it. I know. I'm sorry. I haven't had internet until yesterday. This is day 2 with the internet. Now, it hasn't even been 24 hours yet, technically. Excuse me. That's all I'm saying. It hasn't been 24 hours yet. So, and we've already done this is the 4th stream. Just pointing that out. We're working hard for you guys. We are. Trying to get better. But anyways, PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds. I've seen some videos on it, seen some stuff about it. It looks really awesome. I know it's coming to Xbox, so not saying you should buy an Xbox, but it's not coming to PS4 for at least a little bit. It's not in the works yet, which means, or if it could be in the works, but it hasn't been announced yet, I should say, at least to my knowledge. So what you need to go do is, if you don't have an Xbox, go down to your local store and demand one. No, I'm just kidding. But, you know, you should, if you're looking to play PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds and not play it on PC because you don't have $1,000 or $2,000 to, you know, dump into a ultimate gaming rig, Xbox One is like $200, something like that, or you can get like a 1S or get the new 1X. I mean, if you want to pay $500, whatever, that's another discussion for another time. Don't do it. Anyways, get this game when it comes out for Xbox. All right. Next game. All right. Next game we're talking about for back to school. Worms WMD. All right. So this is kind of not an old game, not a new game. I mean, it's kind of old, but this is the kind of game where you're gonna get down with your friends and really just, you know, hate each other afterwards. Turn-based war game, cool animation. It's just an all-around good time. This is something that I think everybody should kind of have in their stock, I guess, of video games. You know, I have games on my Xbox or my PS4 that are strictly just for playing with friends. I don't really get into them too hard, but when my friends are on to play with them, I feel like that's that kind of game. Kind of like Bomberman. You know, Bomberman R. You know, that should be on this list. Bomberman R. Completely overpriced at launch. Completely overpriced now, personally thinking. But great multiplayer game. And great local multiplayer game. And it's on the Switch, which I'm a huge fan of, so you should go buy it. Or, you know, rent it. If you can you rent Switch games? I don't know. I haven't rented anything in a long time. Not physically, at least. Yeah, you can rent on iTunes. But Bomberman R. Also a good game to have in the stock. I have it. I own it. I bought it for retail because, you know, I'm retarded. And by retarded, I mean the socially acceptable version of that word. By saying I'm stupid. So, you should get that game. Alright. I lost my tab. See, kids, keep track of your stuff. Moral of the story. Alright, next game. Now, this is for you PC guys. This is a game that I actually play every once in a while. I know a couple friends who play this pretty nonstop. And that's going to be Heroes of the Storm. You know, most of you guys are going to have your PCs or your MacBooks. Probably your MacBooks because you're all rich. Having MacBooks. I stole this MacBook. Just saying. Not illegally stole, but I stole it. Didn't pay for it. Way too expensive for me to buy. Either way, Heroes of the Storm, great game. It's a MOBA. It's on PC and Mac, I believe. By Blizzard. Most of you guys should know. Most of you guys know what Heroes of the Storm is, or Hoth. Either way you want to call it, or sorry, HOTS. Anyway, you want to call it. But this is like League of Legends, Dota 2. It's just Blizzard's version of it. Cool Blizzard characters from World of Warcraft, Diablo, StarCraft. Pretty awesome animation in that game. I actually prefer Heroes of the Storm over League. I'm sorry for any of you League fans, but League is fun. But Heroes of the Storm is more fun. And a little bit more simple, honestly. Like, simple in a good way. Like, you can be overly complicated. And I feel like League is just overly complicated until you learn it, like, in and out. And I don't need to do that. Or, you can just use YouTube to figure out, like, your loadouts for League, but HOTS or Heroes of the Storm just kind of takes that whole problem away. I thank you for that. Next game. Ooh. Yes, I actually forgot that I was going to talk about this game today. Brawlhalla. When I started streaming, I don't know, like a year ago on my own channel, when I just kind of starting out, and I only did like a handful of streams total, but one of the streams I did do was Brawlhalla. Brawlhalla is basically Super Smash Brothers on PC, but League of Legends edition, if you can get what I mean. So it's a 2D Super Smash Brothers, but with like all original characters, melee attacks, range attacks, all that kind of stuff. It has all the bells and whistles for a game, but you can do microtransactions, just like Heroes of the Storm or League of Legends, things like that, to buy new heroes. Do I agree with that? Not necessarily, but the game is free. So free to play, pay to win. You know what I mean? But great game. I think they actually had a thing where you could buy it for $30, $20, and you'd get all of the future characters for life or whatever. Don't know if that's still a thing. I didn't end up doing it just because I didn't know if I was gonna like the game or not. Ended up really liking the game, but I can't play it long term. I can't play it for a long time. There's those games where you can just sit there and binge and play for hours. Brawlhalla was like a 30-minute pickup kind of game. You play 4 or 5 rounds, get off, and you're like, all right, I feel good, let me go do something else. But I know people who can play for hours. I don't know how, but they can. Oh, excuse me. Not tired. I am tired. All right, last game of the day for back to school. XCOM 2. Now, I have not played this game. I have heard very many good things about this game, so that's why it's on this list. XCOM 2, it's the futuristic space age alien shooter game, blah, blah, blah. I'm sorry, it's not a shooter game. Turn-based. I correct myself, I think. I think it's turn-based. I don't really know too much about this game, so I'm kind of just talking my butt here. But I have seen videos of trailers and stuff, and the people, interesting conversation have talked about it, so I figured I'd put it on here because it was something I didn't know about, and I like talking about things I don't know about because it makes me look dumb. And then, I'm vulnerable and I need love and hugs. Hug me through the screen. Shh. Alright, anyways. XCOM 2, alien game, I think. Futuristic style. The videos look dope. So go check it out, at least on YouTube or something like that. Maybe one day we'll get it here and do some gameplay. Alright. Out of the way, back to school. Out of the way, Despicable Me. Did GTA 5 already. Alright. So one more time, this is Scott over at Real Nerds Real Talk. This is our daily show, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, roughly, for our show called Scooter's Take. That is a daily show during Monday through Friday where I sit here with you for about an hour, talk to you about all the nerdy news of the day. It's going to sound a lot better in about a week from now because I'll be used to saying that, so bear with me. I'm trying my best. I already know that the green screen is kind of showing the corners. It's kind of making me angry, but I'm a one-man job right now, and I can't get up and fix it. I mean, I could, but it would look really weird. So I'm just going to stick with, sorry, guys. And then fix it for tomorrow. But I hope it's not too much of an eyesore. I don't like when things look weird. And I'm just trying out this, new background with, the the bricks. I think it just looks super cool because we're like, this is kind of like a house you're trying to rebuild. We're like renovating. That's what RNRT is. It's a renovation in progress for life. So if that makes any sense, thanks. But also, one more reiteration of the giveaway today. Every Wednesday, we'll be giving away a game on Steam or maybe something else at some point. But today it's Steam, and the game we're giving out is going to be Pillars of Eternity. So if you want to join the giveaway, go ahead and type a 1 in the comments on Twitch, on the chat, and I'll enter you for a giveaway that will be given away at 10:45 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's in about 25 minutes. But back to the news. So, this is something that I hold near and dear to my heart, right next to my funny bone. Seth MacFarlane's new show, The Orville. Alright, so I saw a trailer for this, I think in theaters actually. It was one of the trailers before like a movie. And this show looks fucking phenomenal. Alright, so Seth MacFarlane, for you those who don't know, is the creator of Family Guy, American Dad, Cleveland Show, R.I.P., Ted 2, all these Seth MacFarlane things. He does all the voices for like Peter Griffin and Brian and Stewie and all that. Great, funny guy. He's funny as shit, honestly. But he's making a new show called The Orville. And this kind of just looks like a Star Trek parody show. And I agree, this is from IGN as well. IGN put it, I don't know if this was a quote, but it was more like a homage or basically like an homage to Star Trek. Not more or less not a parody, but an homage, bringing back that style of TV show. And I loved Star Trek. Star Trek was a great show. My wife loves Star Trek. I mean, at least if Picard's in it. So, Seth MacFarlane's new show, The Orville, not a Star Trek parody, but a love letter. Just quoted an IGN article. So go check them over at IGN if you want to read the whole article. But basically, it's going to be Seth MacFarlane's like captain or whatever. Got some other actors in there, different alien races, I'm guessing. Not so much really dystopian science fiction, but the freaking ship looks gorgeous. I don't know if you guys have seen the ship, but it looks awesome. So, go check that out when it comes out. I'm trying to see if they have a release date for it. Probably should look this up beforehand, but let's actually just look it up. The Orville. I can't see my letters. All right, I hate Yahoo. Okay, it's set to premiere fall 2017. So, fall season for TV shows. That's actually should be in a couple weeks, I'm guessing. I think it's like beginning of September, I think, or end of August, somewhere in there. I'm not sure. But yeah, I'm gonna be watching that show from start to finish. I know that. Hopefully, it's on DirecTV now. That's what I have. I don't have cable or Hulu. I mean, it should be on Hulu, I'm guessing. All right, next up is for all you Pokemon Go players. Something that I was into for about 2 weeks and then quit on. Sorry to hear it. I know. But Pokemon Go, Niantic is working to resolve Premier Ball bug. So what that means for you guys is that, I don't know if you've noticed or if you've encountered this problem, but the Premier Ball bug is an issue where a raid boss will always break out of the last Premier Ball granted to a player for that raid. This is especially frustrating when limited time legendaries such as Zapdos are currently available. And that is from IGN, from Multiball. Or I'm sorry, Hope Corrigan over at IGN. If you want to read the whole article, go check them out there. But I can see how this could be really frustrating. That last Premier Ball is pretty much a waste. Now, when I played Pokemon Go, there wasn't Premier Balls. It was like literally in the beginning. But I have friends, I have a couple friends who play pretty much nonstop. They either cheat or they don't cheat, either way. But I can see how that'd be annoying. But the fix is coming. So there's also something on here about, and this wasn't part of my doc for the list, but there's apparently, I was reading, there's details on a Pikachu outbreak event in Japan The event's going to be hosted by Pokemon Company at Red Brick Park and Cup Noodle Museum Park in Yokohama. So if anybody here is watching from Japan, which would be cool, but I highly doubt, or if anybody's about to go to Japan and plays Pokemon Go, there's your places. You'll see trainers finding more monsters from the Johto region. Additionally, both parks will feature some Pokemon that are hard to find in Japan, including Europe's exclusive Mr. Mime, and will offer 2-kilometer eggs, which may hold some surprises. The Pikachu Outbreak event will run daily during the hours of 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Japan Standard Time from August 9th to August 15th. And this, unlike Pokemon Go Fest, will be completely free. I don't want to get into Pokemon Go Fest. I read a lot about it, watched a lot of videos about it, heard it was an experience for most people. Good, bad, indifferent, whatever you want to call it. But, at least this one's free. And it's in Japan. So, if you needed a reason to visit Japan and you play Pokemon Go, I pretty much just saved you your, wait. So, hop on a plane. It starts today. You'll probably get there by tomorrow. But hey, you have, 10 days? Or 5 days, I'm sorry, to enjoy it? 4 or 5 days? I just saved you. Look, breaking news. IGN, though. But we read it. We read it here better. That's what matters. Alright. Pokemon Go players, rejoice. Alright, next up. A little bit of movie news. James Bond. I don't know if anybody's heard about this. I just saw this today. I was pretty excited. Excuse me. Alright. Daniel Craig is returning as 007. This is great news. I loved Daniel Craig as James Bond. I think he embodied the character very, very well. So Skyfall. I wasn't a big fan of the Skyfall movie, but Daniel Craig was still great in it. I'm going to put that out there. But he's coming back, even though I'm pretty sure he said he wasn't going to come back. But hey, he's going to be Bond again. And it's going to be called something. Bond 25. Yeah. Or it's probably not going to be called Bond 25. Or Bond 25, I'm sorry. But I'm guessing it's a 25th movie. It might be called Bond 25. Who knows? But apparently it's set to be released November 8th, 2019. No director yet. But Jan Durnage is reportedly MGM and Eon Productions' top choice. Haven't heard of him. Hopefully he's good. My computer froze, so that's fun. So let's talk about some other stuff. Let's talk about the upcoming new stream schedule. Alright, so we just started this yesterday, technically last night or this morning, if you want to call it. So every day, Monday through Saturday, there will be at least one stream here on Real Nerds Real Talk over at twitch.tv/Real Nerds Real Talk with either myself. I'm going to say 99% of the time, I'm going to be on the stream with somebody or by myself, or I'll be behind the scenes and 2 other people will be up here, but that's only on Saturdays. So Monday through Friday, daily streams, which will include Monday through Friday, Scooter's Take from 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. After that, Monday through Friday, 12:30 to 2:30, there will be a stream. This one's a little different though. Monday, Wednesday, Friday will be Game of the Day stream. So today's Wednesday, we'll be having a Game of the Day stream at 12:30, ending around 2:30, and that's going to be myself and Bobby Law. We are pleased to announce that we will be playing Rocket League multiplayer online for Game of the Day today. So if you're interested in watching us hopefully sweep everybody under the rug, please tune in around 12:30 for that. See, we don't have sponsors, so this is how we plug. And I want to check the chat because I feel like somebody might have said at least hello or one. You have that giveaway, but I can't because my computer froze. I'm going to turn it off. Anyways, besides the Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you have the Game of the Day, right? 12:30 to 2:30 Eastern Standard Time. Tuesday, Thursday, though, what do we do then? Well, that is set aside for a very special show, which I'm hoping does catch on. It's my daughter's show. All right, my daughter loves YouTube. She's like me. It's awesome. And she loves Minecraft. So I was like, you know what? Let's try something. We're going to try doing a Tuesday, Thursday show from the 12:30 to 2:30 slot, just like Game of the Day is, but on Tuesdays and Thursdays, it's going to be Minecraft. you're going to be watching Minecraft with Jenny, my 6-year-old daughter, attempt to live stream Minecraft on the Nintendo Switch. So, if you're interested in watching that, if your kid watches Minecraft, this might be a great time to get them involved with you watching videos, whatever. Sometimes I watch videos of my kid. I let her pick the videos because, keep them G or PG at least. But that show will definitely be PG, G rated, no cursing, nothing like that. It's mostly just my 6-year-old kid talking. I mean, she's pretty good at talking. She's 6. She probably does a better job than me, which is saying something. So I'm not 6. But hey, get this computer back on. Yeah, she'll be here for about 2 hours playing Minecraft. I'll be in and out. I mean, I'll be in the room the whole time with her, but I might not be on camera all the time. I might be on the computer behind her or in front of her, working the magic. But great time to bond with the kids if video games or Minecraft is their thing, and you haven't really figured out a way to talk to them with it, about it, or like be involved in that. Playing Minecraft with your kid is a great thing. You should do it. Minecraft teaches coding. It's the future. Join the future. Don't be a stickler. Everybody hates on Minecraft and like, oh, my kid plays too much Minecraft. Like, yeah, I get that. You got to moderate it. When we were kids, we played too much Halo. But at the same time, don't discourage them from playing video games. You remember how that felt? I'm sure. So encourage, educate, show them new games. Show them multiplayer games. I mean, Minecraft's a multiplayer game, but show them something like I don't know, Splatoon. Splatoon's a first person or a third person shooter. I love Splatoon. Splatoon 2 just came out a little bit ago. Great game. That's a kid friendly shooter game, and it's still fun for adults. I love that game. Nintendo hit the nail on the head with that game. Alright, well, my computer froze, so I see there's 2 viewers in here. One of them could be me. I don't even know how that number works. But if you wanted that to be entered for the Steam game for this week, please go ahead and type 1 in the chat box. Again, if you already did, and if not, go ahead and do it now. And then we'll give it away. As we get bigger, better, have better games, bigger games to give away for free. Promise. Anyways, all right. It closed everything out. There is one more thing though. GameStop, I believe it was. Anyway, GameStop. Nintendo in general though announced that SNES Classics pre-orders. This isn't new news, but I just want to bring it up because I was thinking about it. Will be at the end of August sometime. No confirmed date, I don't believe, of when that'll start, but they said end of August. Because I was one of those people who got one on fucking Walmart. I got 2 of them. I was super excited because it took me 5 months to get an NES Classic, and it was by pure chance. And I paid retail. I paid $60 for it. Thank God. And I got 2 of them. I was like, yes, finally beat the system. I happened to be up at 12:30 in the morning, whatever. Bought them. They charged me for them. And then a week later, they're like, sorry, your dreams are crushed. Go home. You're drunk. And I was like, why do you hate me? Nintendo, why do you hate me? I love you. Okay. And if anybody's getting that Xbox One X, let me know why you're paying $500 for it. And it's got to be a better reason than, I just want the new one. That's all I'm saying. It needs to be something different than that. I've seen too many things about, people just want the newest and greatest thing out. But it's $500 for an Xbox. When Xbox One came out, it was $500, and it came with a Kinect. Kinects are still pretty cool. A lot of my friends don't have them. I had one once, and it was pretty dope. I even did the whole put your Xbox in the cable thing. I think we might have had DirecTV at the time. I don't remember. It was a couple years ago. But honestly, that was some really cool integration. I mean, the only reason I moved it is because I didn't play video games on my living room TV, which is where my cable was. I played them on a different computer or monitor, away from everybody else, just so I could play with friends and everything like that, not be disturbed with noises. And you don't want to hold up the living room TV, especially if that's the biggest TV in the house, and your wife's like, I gotta watch TV. And I'm like, damn it, I'm playing Destiny or something. So that's why I ended up taking it off the cable. But when it was on there, it was really cool, especially with the Connect. You know, you could be like, just change the channel to this. It was like the ultimate lazy person thing, and ultimate lazy person. I mean, it's 10:36 in the morning. I'm drinking Red Bull to get up and wake up instead of like taking a jog. I could have just like jogged for like 20 minutes. Probably got the same exact feeling from this Red Bull, but that would involve me getting changed, going out there, running in the heat, coming back. And I could just like drink this Red Bull. Humanity at its finest, people. Red Bull over exercise. Yeah. All right. If my sister's even close to watching this, she's gonna hate me. She's a huge health nut. I'm sorry. Anyways, let's bring up some other stuff. So games we've been playing here over at RNRT. Okay, so the most recent game that came out that I've been playing is probably close tie between Hey Pikmin and Splatoon 2. No, I'm not a Nintendo fanboy necessarily, but I've only been able to play my Nintendo Switch for the most part for the last couple months because I didn't have a house to live in. Wasn't homeless or anything. So, but it was like, I was moving. I left the military and was transitioning back over here to New Jersey. Had to stay with family for a little bit until we got a place, which is obviously where we're at now. So now, and I now have internet. I was staying with my grandparents for a while. They didn't have internet, which is, let me tell you, how awful that is. It's awful. Like, it was terrible. And you're used to like having high speed internet. I mean, it sucks. I mean, like even when I went to Afghanistan, we had like a little bit of internet, and that after a while that seemed ridiculously fast. But like the internet we were using was like a hotspot internet off of like Xfinity or something like that over at my grandparents' place, and it was faster than the internet in Afghanistan, but it still felt slow as dirt. So. And now my computer wants to yell at me. See, what I'm doing right now is, you don't see it. What I'm doing is stopping it from restarting the whole computer and then ruining the stream. So, you're welcome for that. Alright, but yeah. Splatoon 2, great game. I'm digging it. I need to play more, actually. I was on stream with it yesterday just for a little bit, but I need to play more Splatoon 2. I want to get out there in levels, get a little competitive with that. That game is super fun. Hate the motion controls. People, I guess some people love it. It's like easier, faster to aim, but I just can't do that. I'm sorry. I do apologize for all those people who love that. Anyways, okay. Hey Pikmin, great game. About, I don't know, like maybe a third of the way done it, somewhere in there. Really fun game. Really just like pick up and go kind of game for me. Not really like sitting there playing it for a long time. Maybe like 20-30 minutes at a time. Play for a little bit. My kid loves playing it. I mean, hell, before it came out, we were in game. Every time we went to GameStop, she would go in there, play on the demo unit. They had Hey Pikmin up there for a while. She was like, and I was like helping her. I'm like, this is fun. Let me help you with this. Like, she's like, I don't know how to do this. I'm like, okay, let's figure it out. I'm like sitting there like, this is not easy. Like, not completely easy at least. Like, that's pretty cool. And it's like one of the first 3DS games that's not in 3D at all. Like, it's a completely 2D game. So that's interesting. Seems like Nintendo's starting to quit on that whole notion of 3D, which I'm not upset with, honestly. Other games we're playing here right now. Crash Bandicoot we kind of gave up on because we're lazy and it was hard. We'll probably revisit that soon though. We played some Little Nightmares DLC a couple weeks ago, I believe. Tim should still be playing GTA 5. He loves that game. I haven't finished Fire Emblems yet. Echoes. That's not new, but I haven't finished it yet. That's the problem. You have too many games, you can't finish them all. But they're always fun to have. Been playing a lot of NES, actually. Pretty much every time somebody comes over here, we're playing the NES. That thing is just $60. Like, don't ever pay $250, whatever, $100, $1 billion for those things. It's not worth that much money. But let me tell you, I would say $100. If you can get it for $100 or less, buy it. Because that thing has definitely already paid me back in, like, entertainment for the price I paid for it. $60, that's a video game. And you get, like 20, 30 video games on that thing? It's awesome. We stream it here at least once a week, I'm guessing. That thing is legit. And you can just turn it on, play it. And you can be like, oh, I want to play something else. Click. play the next game, whatever. They got 2-player games. And there's only 2 buttons. So, I mean, you really can't mess it up. I mean, I suck at Galaga, even though it's my favorite game of all time. But, you know, I just had bad luck. Alright, well, it's 10:41. I don't believe anybody wanted that game. So that's fine. What we'll do is, let's see if I can up the ante here a little bit. I wasn't holding back. I was just not necessarily giving it all. Because I know how many people are going to watch. But, you know, since only 2 people are watching, and I might be one of them, I don't know. I will give away NBA 2K17 on PC on Steam. I will give that away here on stream. I will give you the code, send it to you in private message. Just let me know that you want it. And if more than one person wants it, you know, we'll do a random number generator. Whatever. But if you want 2K17, NBA 2K17 on PC from Steam, let me know in the chat. I have no problem giving it out. I personally don't like not soccer games, sports games on PC. Won't play sports games on PC. I think for me, it's just like an Xbox thing or a PS4 thing. So I'll never play this game. So even if I was like, oh, you know, I'll keep the code, it's just going to go on my Steam library and just chill there. And then it does nobody good. Unless somebody decides to like steal my computer, log into my Steam and play my games. Which, I mean, would be very devious. Don't do that. Messed up. Okay. But Switch. Buy yourself a Switch if you can find one. They're amazing. Jumping around a little bit, but if you didn't know, this is Real Nerds Real Talk, RNRT's daily show, Monday through Friday, called Scooter's Take. I'm your host, Scott, aka Scooter. This is where we're going to talk about daily news, if I can find enough. You know, it's already if you can't tell, it's 10:43, and I am trying to elongate this because I ran out of news. You know, this is all learning process. I'm going to learn how to do this better. Obviously, I need a couple more articles or a couple more things to talk about. But what I'm doing right now is finding things to talk about. So it's okay. One of the games that I actually pre-ordered was Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle. Thank you, GameStop.com, for showing me games that are coming out because I forgot that I actually pre-ordered that. Pre-ordered on Amazon. I used to, I don't know if everybody does this, but I used to pre-order games at GameStop because I like the whole like store environment, like going to the store, buying the game, you know, whatever. I don't necessarily agree with GameStop's policies or whatever they do, but I like going to the store, talking to an actual person. But recently, I've been pre-ordering my games off Amazon because you get the kind of like that Best Buy Gamers Club discount. So like you're never really paying full price. You're paying like 20% off, 15% off, whatever. And it doesn't cost you a dime as long as you're a Prime member, which I already am. You know, Gamers Club costs, I think it's like $30 for 2 years, which is comparable to GameStop's $15 for a year. I believe it still is. But you get a better price at Best Buy. With Amazon, I already have Amazon Prime because everybody has Amazon Prime. And you get Amazon Prime pricing, which is reduced pricing off new retail games. So I've been pre-ordering my games for like, $10, $12 off retail from there because that's worth it to me. I used to do it for GameStop because of the people, and then, you also get the points from the rewards cards. But, I mean, no rewards card is going to take away $12 a video game, which is like, that's some huge savings. Saves me a lot of money because all the games we play here on RNRT, we buy ourselves. We make, we just started, so we make, exactly $0. We're very, if anything, we're negative dollars. But hey, this is our dream, and we're gonna make it work. Love us. Sonic Mania. It's another game. I don't know if I'm gonna get this one. I might get the new Sonic game when it comes out on Switch. But I'm just glad. I'm only bringing up Sonic Mania because I'm glad this isn't a Mario Sonic game. The Kingdom Battle. I'm actually pretty excited about Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle. Not because of the rabbits, because the rabbits are kind of dumb looking. They kind of act weird. But I absolutely hate when Mario and Sonic are together. I just don't like it. I'm sorry. Madden NFL 18. I will probably be buying that because I want Tom Brady to lose. Long live the curse. Alright. I think that's gonna be it. It's 10:45. I don't believe anybody asked for the video game. No one did. So maybe I'll give it away on Twitter later if there's people watch or people listening, or something else, or I'll save it for next week. There's no rush. But this has been episode 1, August 9th, 2017. Scooter's Take. I think we did a pretty good job. I'll do better next time. There's always tomorrow. And tomorrow is exactly where this will be at. From 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I would like to say goodbye to you real nerds. And I hope this was some decent real talk. You're right. Nom, you're right. Fuck Tom Brady. That Super Bowl was some bullshit. But anyways, follow us here on Twitch. It really helps us out. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Go to our Facebook, like our page. Do all the cool stuff that everybody on YouTube and Twitch asks you to do. We have a Patreon. I'll go ahead and put those in the chat right now if I can. Support us on Patreon for $1. You can support us for $1, and where you can do up higher amounts. It's all good tiered subscription type deals, I guess. But we're we're doing some pretty cool content, and we're gonna be very consistent nowadays. Starting yesterday, last night. This is gonna be a 6-day-a-week process. So I hope to see you. Hope to see you back here again. The next show is at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and that's gonna be Game of the Day with Bobby Law, playing some Rocket League multiplayer. So I hope to see you all here. I'm trying to drop YouTube and Patreon things in our chat, but it's not working. That one worked for some reason. I'm using the Stream Deck thing. It's pretty cool. Okay, that worked. Sweet. Can I get the last one? You gonna give it to me? It did. All right. There's our information in the chat. I hope you guys had fun. Hope this was informative yet, awesome, I guess. Constructive criticism is always needed. This video will be up on YouTube later. For those of you who want to watch again, thanks for stopping by. And I would like to say peace.